Om Shanti, welcome to your own channel, Seek the Soul, the Truth Lies Within. We are going to talk about the 343rd day of a godly blessing, where God again is trying to remind us in different ways how to become like Brahma or Adam, the first child of God. When Adam becomes completely impure at the end of Kaliyuga, when he doesn't realize or recognize his old births or previous births, that's the time God comes down on earth and enters the body of Brahma and takes over the physical chariot of Brahma. This physical body is a physical chariot of every soul. So Supreme Father takes over the physical chariot of Brahma, and through his chariot he gives the knowledge of his many births, and through Brahma then all the knowledge is spread around all over the world of how to become like the first purest child of God. So let's understand what is there in today's blessing. The heading goes like this: May you become equal to the Father Brahma and grant a vision of the most elevated stage through your behavior and your face. The explanation goes like this: although Father Brahma was in an ordinary body at the end of Kaliyug, you have been shown as people with mustaches and beard. So that's why if you see the statue or if you see the sculpture of Brahma, you will see mustache and you will see beard. That is during the end days of Kali Yuga. Whereas if you see the golden age or Satyuga, the first of the ages or the beginning of life on earth, you will see deities like Sri Lakshmi, Sri Narayan, Radhe Krishna, and they have not been shown. Sri Ramchandra, Sita have not been shown. Sri Ramchandra and Sri Narayan have not been shown with any beard and mustache. Can you see the difference? So that is the difference in physical structure of the body. So the last birth of Sri Narayan is Brahma at the end of days on earth. That means the Kaliyugi birth of Sri Narayan is Brahma, where Sri Narayan becomes from deity to completely impure, viceful being, and then God comes and turns the viceful being into Brahma, purifies him. So that's why Baba says, although Father Brahma was in an ordinary body, that's the last days of his last birth on earth, he was always experienced as being most elevated. You glimpse the highest being in an ordinary form. The highest being is the soul over here, not the physical structure of a person. In an ordinary form, that means in an ordinary last body or the last birth. So follow the Father in the same way. Although your actions may be ordinary, that means you're doing household work, you're doing household chores, you're doing your business, you're working in a job, that might look ordinary. Let your stage be great. That means spiritually let our thoughts be elevated, our actions and our words be elevated. Just like Father Brahma or Father Adam. Let there be the impression of an elevated life on your face. So elevated life for the worldly people in Kaliyug is the amount of money they have, amount of popularity they have. That's why they feel very elated, or how many contacts or how many people are they in touch with on a worldly basis. They feel high about themselves, or they feel they stoke their ego through that. But God says, your elevated life is the spiritual life. That is in my eyes. So God doesn't look at somebody on the basis of their wealth or their stature in this world. God sees souls who are simple, divine, pure within, who have a pure golden heart. So let there be the impression of an elevated life on your face. In worldly life, some children's behavior and their faces are like their fathers, isn't it? Just like in the physical world also, a child's behavior and their face looks like their father. Here it is not a question of the face. So this is not about Brahma's face. Our face has to look like Brahma's face. But your behavior is the image. Let the Father be experienced, Brahma Baba of Adam be experienced through everything you do. Let your stage be the highest and the same as the Father Brahma's, and you will then be said to be equal to the Father. So this is a talk about, or a Vardhan about, reminding us about the stage of our cleanliness in our mind and in our heart. So how pure have we become? Because God Father created Adam in his own eyes means Supreme Being is an ocean of knowledge, ocean of purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, power. Imagine how Adam would have been. So Godfather says when Brahma Baba was on this earth, you remember his work, you remember how he used to talk, act, behave, his character, everything. It used to reflect on his face. So you too should have the same kind of attitude, the most elevated attitude. In today's world, people try to copy actors and actresses and ministers and different people, but God says they are all impure beings on this earth. That is godly words. So God says, then whom do you copy? Who's an example over here? That's why God Father Brahma is there. Now, how do you know who he was and how did he become Brahma? For that, you'll have to come and understand the complete 7-day knowledge at Brahmakumaris, Godly Spiritual University. Om Shanti. This is the end of the blessing.